Hello friends, I think I've reached a stage where I can rank my acquisitions as per the performance of the pen, the beauty and functionality. What I'm trying to do is not based upon the value for money for the particular pen, but which actually is a matter for some other time. But how they fascinate me and how I yearn to ink them and get going. So these are my top 5 pens which I currently own. Let's get going. So number 5 is Platinum Zuma. I was highly intrigued by the design of the pen, where the threads have been placed midway on the writing section with a long tapered writing section. And moreover, the urushi finish feels silky smooth on this pen. The smooth taper at the bottom is also pretty unique to this pen, which I find. And I like this sun ray appearance around the platinum on the clip and the way it tapers down. It's very good design, very appealing design. Moreover, the urushi finish itself feels silky smooth, and the nib performance of this President Gold nib is phenomenal. It's a lovely pen. So that is number 5 for me. And now the list gets very tight because at number 4 is a Montblanc 149. This is a true masterpiece. This one is a pre-owned extra fine nib. I had another one in medium nib which I really didn't fancy much, but this extra fine nib has bowled me completely. The phenomenal performance of this pen and the incomparable diplomatic design, the sumptuous ink capacity, and the nib, everything has made a mark. Beat any paper, beat any ink, this pen really takes off wonderfully well. To be honest, when I compared my 3 pens in this dimension, I had rated Pelikan 1000 higher than a Montblanc. That was a Montblanc in medium nib, and I wanted to make a generous comparison between 3 pens of equal nib tipping, but this one is really wonderful pen. Now I come to the third one, and this is one which I haven't reviewed till now. So this is a Ohashido Ebonite Sugaru Nuri fountain pen, and it sports a medium nib. This is a pure gem. The visual appeal of the craftsmanship and the soft satin feel of the urushi is something to really behold and feel in your hand. And paired with that is a par excellence performance of a size 6 14 karat nib from the house of Sailor. This fine nib really gets heart racing while uncapping and writing with the pen, always an eye catcher and master performer, really writes very well. It's a wonderful combination of feedback and smoothness along with the wetness while writing, and I consider this pen to be a great acquisition. Always cherish this one. Just look at this pattern. Isn't this some lovely work of art? Really a great pen. And then I come to the number 2 spot, which is probably the only pen in my collection and has cracked to top 5 based more on the virtue of the nib than on the looks. Now if this nib and feed were mounted on any other body, any other pen, then too it would have been right here at this slot. Now right from the first word that I wrote with this pen, I haven't had a moment when writing with it I wasn't wowed by how this nib performed. That it looks so beautiful is really cherry on the cake. It's a piston filler, beautiful trims, unique writing section, all are some welcome add-ons. Really, this one is phenomenal. Now before I proceed further, let me have some honorable mentions, and the first honorable mention is a Platinum Kumpu. Platinum Kumpu had a nib which is a soft medium. It's a very unique nib to write with, something I really didn't find on any of my other pens. This has a very good glassy acrylic feel, acrylic looks, and the way it has been carved out in these lines of the Kumpo is probably the breeze blowing along Mount Fuji. So these breezy lines, they are really something which have been done very well on this. And added to that, the teal turquoise color of this material, which is my favorite. Now there are a couple of colors which I really like, 2 or 3 colors, and this one is one of them. Another honorable mention is a Aurora 88 Plutone. It's stiff, feedbacky, wet, fine nib, and a good comfortable writing section. Along with that, a piston filler pen, very good proportions, and a good performer. This one is one which, oh, I'd say it's a parallel list. This is a honorable mention. I won't say it didn't crack to top 5, but it really deserved something to be put. And this one, isn't this beauty? Now the Parker Duofold Mandarin Yellow, this is a Cloisonne. Just the color of this pen, just look at it, man. That the way this retro styled duofold has been carved out of this, carved out on the barrel, the trims, and add to that the unmistakable performance of a Parker nib. This is again honorable mention on this list. And now we come to the top, and can there be anyone else at the top but an emperor? Now yes, at the top is Namiki Emperor. Now strangely, I had postponed the purchase of this pen by almost a year, and I even sold off one right at the dealer after my purchase, even before receiving it. I just kept it pending with him for 4 months, and I told him, I don't want to buy it, you can sell it off whenever you get a buyer. But I'm glad, because the second time I went for this, I opted for a fine medium nib. The earlier was medium. This proved to be a very prudent decision for me. The nib did need a bit of adjustment, and once that was done, there was no looking back. This pen is a great conversation starter, a great companion to write with, and an incomparable performer. I initially thought that a bigger nib than an Montblanc 149 is just a fad, and that it is a foolish race for bigger nibs. Now how wrong of me. How this pen writes and feels is like no other, and one fill of this pen and you are good to go for days altogether. It had its own dedicated matching kimono, which you just saw, where it just rests when not in use. Now what really appeals to me in this is the simplistic design, the minimalism of the trims, but also this vibrant vermilion color and silky feel of the urushi, and this magnanimous giant size of the pen and nib that gets it so way ahead in the list that there is likely to be no combination in near future to this beauty. So here are my 5 pens listed. I hope you like this video, and I'll see you next time. Now, there is one more list. You haven't seen Professor Khan for a while. He's been deputed to take one task which probably he would like to, and that is another list of his choice. So I'll see you next time.